Winrock Town Center was a mall in Albuquerque, New Mexico that opened in 1961 and closed in 2011. If you've clicked onto this video, then you know what today is. It's Monday, Mall Madness. Every Monday I'll be releasing a new video on a defunct or maybe not so defunct mall and its history. Make sure you stick around to the very end of the videos. I'd like to see if you, the viewer, are paying attention. So if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and smash that notification bell so you get notified of my latest mall video, defunct store, or my Throwback Thursday videos. Leave a suggestion or a comment for a future video. Thanks. Winrock Center, as it was first known, was the first shopping mall in the land of enchantment. It was designed by Victor Gruen and developed by Little Rock's Winthrop Rockefeller at a cost of $10 million. Built on land leased from the University of New Mexico, Winrock Center occupied an 82-acre tract, which was about 6 miles east of downtown Albuquerque. Construction work on the shopping complex had commenced on October 9, 1959. A mall-wide grand opening began on March 1, 1961, when 38 stores opened their doors. The mall came to symbolize progress and modernism, attracting around 30,000 visitors on its first day of operation. Winrock Center encompassed approximately 565,000 leasable square feet and eventually housed 42 stores and services. Its original anchors were a 3-level, 216,000 square foot Montgomery Ward, a 2-level, 55,000 square foot JCPenney, and a 2-level, 42,000 square foot Fedway department store welcomed its first shoppers on May 17, 1961. Other retailers included an S.S. Kresge company and a Safeway. Charter tenants in the shopping hub included Diamond Jim's Restaurant, Eat Cook Sporting Goods, Coffee Dan's Restaurant, Baker Qualic Craft Shoes, Walgreen Drugs, and Lerner Shops. Winrock Center was originally a semi-enclosed structure. It had a roofed concourse with grillwork along the top to allow for air circulation from the outside. There were also open-air plazas on the east and west ends of the structure. The White Winrock Motor Hotel, which was added to the southwest corner of the mall, opened for business on June 1, 1962. The Fox Intermountain Midwest Fox Winrock Theatre debuted on May 28, 1963. In 1965, JCPenney expanded their dry goods-only Winrock store. A third level was added with expansions on the east and west. A freestanding 14-bay auto center was also built. The new full-line store, which encompassed 167,000 square feet, was dedicated on November 2, 1966. In 1968, S.S. Kresge closed their store. The vacant building was then divided into 2 spaces. They were occupied by Ben Franklin 5 and Dime and a relocated Toys by Roy. They were dedicated on November 11, 1968. Fedway at Winrock Center was closed and reopened as Dillard's in September of 1971. In 1972, construction got underway on a 3-level, 187,000 square foot building. This situated north of Fedway Dillard's. Dillard's relocated their structure and held a grand opening on November 30, 1972. A North Mall expansion was built along with the new Dillards, with 20 inline stores joining the directory. Among these were B. Dalton's, Mrs. Stover's Candies, Stag Tobacconist, Wickery and Cookery, Shoe Circus, and Disco Display House. The addition was officially dedicated on August 9, 1973. Winrock Center now contains 72 stores and services. A subsequent renovation commenced in May of 1975. Courts and concourses, including those of the new North Mall, were enclosed and climate-controlled. A pyramidal skylight was installed over the East Course, which, post-renovation, was promoted as the Pyramid Court. These projects were completed in March of 1976. Good month and year. Renovation work resumed in April of 1981. The Pyramid Court was reconfigured to create a more defined route between the Central and North Mall concourses. New storefronts, flooring, landscaping, seating areas, and skylights were installed. The 10-bay food park opened for business, along with Herzberg's Diamonds, Gold Diggers, Cutlery Corner, and a relocated Walgreens Payless Drug. By 1984, Winrock Center now spanned approximately 934,000 leasable square feet and housed 130 stores and services. The next major development at Winrock Center involved Texas-based Bealls. They added a one-level 55,000 square foot store to the east side of the mall, which began business on October 17, 1985. In January of 1990, JCPenney closed, and by January of 1993, a West End mall renovation got underway. The vacant JCPenney was knocked down along with a great deal of the west section of the mall. The adjacent Walgreens wing was demolished and replaced by an expanded parking lot. In 1992, Bealls closed their store, which was reopened as an Oshman Supersports USA on May 2, 1992. Marshall's pulled out of the mall on December 24, 1995, after being there for only 5 years. The space was assumed by Bed Bath & Beyond, who welcomed their first customers on September 15, 1996. In March of 2001, Montgomery Ward closed its store. By that time, the mall was in decline. Vacant spaces now line the mall's courts and concourses. The motel, which had been operating as the Best Western Winrock Inn, closed in March of 2005. The final blow to Winrock came in October of 2006 with the completion of the ABQ Uptown Lifestyle Center. This venue was located on the site adjacent to Winrock Center. At this point in time, the mall was clearly dead and decaying rapidly. The only remaining stores were the two Dillards, Bed Bath & Beyond, and a Sports Authority, each of which owned their respective spaces. Ownership had always envisioned new plans for the dying mall. Beginning in 2002, plans had been drawn up to make the mall an open-air venue again, with high-end shopping, a megaplex, and condos. Lawsuits, increased labor costs and materials always put a stop to those plans. In 2007, Prudential Realty Winrock sold the property to Goodman Realty Group for an undisclosed amount. Progress on the redevelopment project was slow. The new developers held community meetings to showcase the new plans in an effort to garner their approval and ask for their support. The presented master plan included 1.5 million square feet of new office, retail, restaurant, residential units, and hotel. Also included was a 70,000 square foot movie theater, including IMAX, a grocery store, parks, plazas, and over 6,000 parking spaces. Redevelopment had been on the drawing board for several years, while demolition and new construction were stymied by a weak national economy. However, in late 2010, news surfaced of a new Regal Megaplex and IMAX Theatre. A new name was unveiled: Winrock Town Center. The mall was officially closed in 2011, and demolition of the vacant hotel commenced in May of 2012. The remainder of the mall was left standing for a time being. A freestanding BJ's restaurant and brew house, the first new Winrock Town Center tenant, welcomed its first diners on November 5th, 2012. Sports Authority relocated from its original mall location, but they end up closing in 2016. A 2-level underground parking garage was built on the old hotel spot. A structure covering the garage was to house stores such as David's Bridal, Ulta Beauty, Famous Footwear, and Nordstrom Rack. These commenced operation between July and October of 2016.
After more than a decade of talking and planning, crews will finally break ground on the Winrock Town Center in just a couple of weeks now. News 13's Stephanie Chavez shows us what we can expect.
We want to be able to leave this community better off and with more exciting development than it's seen in the past.
Scott Goodman is hopeful the start of a long-awaited project in Albuquerque will help make that mission a reality for Goodman Realty.
This has really been a vision that my father, my grandfather, myself, Darren, and the rest of our team have had since we bought the property back in the mid-2000s.
Planning to redevelop the old Winrock Mall into the Winrock Town Center has been 15 years in the making. In 2015, developers said it would be finished in 2018. Now, 4 years after that, crews will finally break ground this month.
Congratulations, you made it this far into the video.
When I find you. Pop quiz, hotshot.
So let's see how close you were paying attention to my video. So how many anchor stores closed in this mall? So if your answer was 5, give yourself a hand. You were paying attention. Thanks for watching. So what are your favorite memories of this mall? Leave a comment below, and if you want to see your mall or a mall from your childhood in a future video, leave a suggestion. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the E Chang channel. Hit that button on your right. Thanks.